Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Memorial Day celebration here at Acton Congregational. I'd like to introduce Lorraine Yeaton. Lorraine, come up, please.
Lorraine probably doesn't need any introduction. Probably no one that doesn't know me. I do welcome you here, and this is a wonderful, wonderful day for our annual memorial observation. And you can't hear it? Okay, can you hear it better now? Okay, have to get it up close to the face apparently. And this is such a beautiful sight to have it, along with a wonderful day, with the church and the town hall and our veteran memorial stones. And if you haven't looked at the stones, if you take the opportunity today or another time to stop off and just look at the names on the stones, because it's something we're very, very proud of. I have two people on there, my son, Bernard Yeaton, and my brother, Arnold Dellers, and I'm very proud to have their names on this. So without further ado, where is the minister? Yes, here is Abby to give us the invocation.
Thank you, Lorraine. Let us pray. Our gracious God and Jesus Christ, we thank you for your steadfast grace that surrounds us all in all that we bring to this day. On this Memorial Day, help us to remember with deepest gratitude and awe the extraordinary men and women who, out of love, gave their lives to protect our beloved country and preserve our liberty. Keep these fallen heroes in your loving care. Help us to be ever mindful also of the wounded heroes in our midst, who with courageous hearts risked their lives that we might live in freedom and in peace. Amen.
Amen.
And now we have Selectman Larissa Crockett, who will bring you greetings from the town of Acton.
Thanks, Lorraine. Good morning. So a couple of months ago, I was driving around and I was thinking about our son that joined us this year and about the revolutions that have spread across the world for people where people are fighting to have what we already have. I was thinking about this summer when my kids and I will truly travel from sea to shining sea and through amber waves of grain and over those purple mountains' majesty. And I asked my fellow board members if I could speak today, so I could share those thoughts with all of you. And they said yes, because they're very gracious like that. And I kept putting it off. I kept putting off sitting down and gathering those thoughts into some sort of cohesive message. And that usually means I'm on the wrong path. So earlier this week, when this is nagging at me, Sunday's coming, I need to have something to say, the girls and I sat down and we were doing our U.S. history. And there was a poem by Walt Whitman, and it said, Larissa, this is why you're on the wrong path. Because I was trying to sit down and think about my musings on my experience with America and my year, and today isn't about me. And it isn't about you, and it isn't about anyone that stops to think about themselves. Today, in its very spirit, is about selflessness. Uniquely, though, it's also about the individual, because it's about an individual making that choice to be selfless. What an interesting juxtaposition. We as individuals must think as a single person in order to support the whole. And that's what today is about. It's about men and women that looked around to the people they loved and the country that they wanted to be part of and celebrate and said, this is all worth more than me, and so I am going to sacrifice myself. What an amazing thing. So Walt Whitman wrote a poem in the early half of the 1800s that was kind of an advertisement, if you will, for the United States and why you should want to come be part of this. And in it, he's joyful, and today is a somber day. But in his joy, he is also solemn in a call for use your voice, make us all stronger with your individual choices. He celebrates the prosperity and the hope and the joy that this country represents. So I'd like to share that poem with you as welcome from the town. I hear America Singing by Walt Whitman. I hear America singing, the varied carols I hear, those of mechanics, each one singing his as it should be, blithe and strong. The carpenter singing his as he measures his plank or beam, the mason singing his as he makes ready for work or leaves off work, the boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat, the deckhand singing on the steamboat deck, the shoemaker singing as he sits at his bench, the hatter singing as he stands, the woodcutter's song, the plowboy's on his way in the morning, or at noon intermission, or at sundown, the delicious singing of the mother, or of the young wife at work, or of the girl sewing or washing, each singing what belongs to him or her and to none else, the day what belongs to the day. At night, the party of young fellows, robust, friendly, singing with open mouths their strong, melodious songs. So today, I want to say welcome from the town of Acton, and thank you to the men and women who are here to honor for making those songs possible, for making it possible for us to stand here and with our voices sing and be joyful and prosper and thrive. And thank you to the men and women that are here in uniform today for being willing to make that sacrifice for us. So welcome from the town.
The choir will now sing America the Beautiful. If everyone please rise and face the flag, we're going to sing the national anthem. Please remain standing, facing the flag. We will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. The choir will now perform Amazing Grace, and the Girl Scouts, being escorted by the firefighters, will place the wreaths as an act of remembrance.
I just have a little announcement here to make. Bernard Hall, great-grandfather to Hunter, Riley, and Winter Ham. These are our girls that are the Girl Scouts taking the memorial wreaths. Passed away on May 22nd. He was one of the last main survivors of Pearl Harbor. He will be greatly missed by all who knew him and loved him. He was 96 and a half years young. Our guards today to escort the Girl Scout, Denise Angeles, her son Neil DeAngelis, and John Bardwell, who is a schoolmate of mine from way back in the Follies. So you know how old John is. And they will take the wreaths as the choir sings.
We will now join in the rendition of God Bless America.
White
You may be seated. I'd like to introduce retired Master Gunnery Sergeant in the Marine Corps, Bob Markey.
Good morning. To reiterate Lorraine's welcome, thank you all for being here. This is a heartwarming crowd I see here today. Before we get started with the second portion of this program, I want to give thanks to a lot of people who are involved in bringing this program together. I'd like to thank the veterans from the different eras that we have. We have 3 veterans from World War II. We have Korean War veterans. We have Vietnam veterans. We have Iraq, Afghanistan veterans, Middle East War veterans. We have peacetime veterans whose service is no less honorable than those who were called upon to fight. We have the Massabesic Naval Junior ROTC cadets who will do a flag folding ceremony for you that I'm sure you will all be impressed by. We have the Acton Fire and Rescue personnel that are here today to represent their branches of service to this country. Not any less worthy than those in uniform. They serve also. There are elements of this program that you will find emotional. You will find them maybe hard to hear, much less witness. But it is the only way that you will experience a warrior's journey that I bring this to you today. Not long ago, while visiting my family in Rhode Island, I found myself stuck at a traffic light. I was waiting for it to change. And as I looked up to my right front, somewhat hidden behind the new foliage of trees, leaves on the trees, was a small sign, no bigger than a street sign. And on it, it said, James P. Walsh, Private, U.S. Army, died November 18th, 1918. The story is that he was the last person from that town to die on the armistice that was signed shortly thereafter. And as I read the sign, I found myself wondering how many of his descendants, his direct relatives, are still alive? Probably none. How many of his extended family are still alive? Maybe some, probably none. But those that are still alive, do they still remember that private sacrifice so many years ago? Well, today we gather as a group, as a community, to honor all the Private James P. Walshes that have gone forgotten over the years. Today, through sight and sound, you will experience how a warrior comes to be, why he gives of himself so freely, and what happens when all those things that seem so right go terribly wrong. Today, I invite you to take that warrior's journey.
Young men and women have answered the call to arms for many generations. Today's young American follows that noble tradition for reasons only known to them. Here, a young man gives of himself to be trained from a raw recruit to a basic combat soldier. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look behind you, you all see our newly graduated individual in his cap and gown. He's beginning a new journey in his life.
Talk at any time for any reason, and I'm starting to get really mad at people who won't shut up, and we have to pay for them with everyone else. I hate boot camp. My drill instructors are mean, but it's their job, and I respect them. I wish I could take a shower by myself for more than 2 minutes, have my cell phone, sleep in, have my truck, eat McDonald's, and get a day off. I miss you. Boot camp is stressful. It's not like on TV. I mean, it is, but on TV, all they do is work out and do drills and train. They don't show you that you have to take tests and prepare for inspection. We have to make our own time to study, like cutting into our 6 hours of sleep, and eating with one hand and holding our book in the other. We get from 0700 to 1300 on Sundays to do what we want. But that's also the only time we have to shine our boots and iron our clothes. I've been sneaking in writing after tap. The first thing I want to do after boot camp is eat some good food. We lost one guy because he wet the bed. 2 guys from the platoon across the hall deserted, just ran away in the middle of the night. I can now make a flotation device out of a set of BDUs while I'm in the water, and wearing them in about 3 seconds. I hurt my foot, but I haven't told anyone because I'll miss training, so during the physical fitness test, I did 75 push-ups in 2 minutes. I only needed to do 46. I did 79 sit-ups, and I only needed to do 50. Then I ran 1.5 miles on 1 foot in 12 minutes, 40 seconds. I wish I could have windows I could see out of. The windows in our barracks have a white cover so they let light in, but you can't see out of them. Mail call is the most exciting part of my day. We just got told at 1400 we're going to get beat because of one of the guys decided to sneak a cookie into his rack. He got caught, so now we all have to pay for it. We've all been talking about back home. Everybody's homesick. We have so much to study. We always have a book in our hands. Keep writing me. I'm always excited about mail. Most of the guys don't get any, and they're always jealous. I did the math to see how much they're paying me since I'm on the clock 24 hours a day, and it's roughly $1.80 per hour. Did I tell you about my glasses? They're huge. They're black and square and they hurt my face. They're nicknamed birth control glasses. Everybody here is already just counting the days to graduation. Write me back. I love getting letters, so don't be afraid to write me as much as you want. I'm always tired and everyone is fighting sleep. Boot camp is getting better. The physical stuff doesn't really bother me anymore. They can't really hurt me now. I think the hardest part is getting homesick. There's not a single person here who doesn't want to go home. Today they got that detention and were asking us questions. If you got one wrong, you had to do 8-count bodybuilders. I got mine right and they still made me do it. Then they asked us to pick a number between 1 and 12, and of course you can never get that one right. I can't wait to see you at graduation. Love to all.
After training, this new warrior is eager to do the job she was trained to do. And now the warrior finds himself in a strange and dangerous land, doing what his country has asked him to do. Master Gunnery Sergeant.
Dear Mrs. Walsh, it's with deep regret and a heavy heart that I inform you that your husband, James P. Walsh, was killed on November 11th while engaged with enemy forces.
A widowed wife found this letter on her husband's computer after she was notified of his death.
Honor guard, take your post.
After the fighting, the bombs, the blood, and the carnage, our soldier is tired. He is worn. He is now at rest. We honor his sacrifice, his bravery, his devotion to country, but we honor him in death.
The national flag of the United States of America consists of 13 equal horizontal stripes of red alternating with white, with a blue rectangle in the canton bearing 50 small, white, 5-pointed stars arranged in 9 offset horizontal rows of 6 stars alternating with 5 rows of 5 stars. The 50 stars on the flag represent the 50 states, and the 13 states represent the original 13 colonies that rebelled against the British monarchy and became the first states of the Union. The colors of the flag also have significant meaning. The color red is the symbol of courage, enthusiasm, valor, blood, and life. Then the color blue represents the azure sky and symbolizes the respect for mankind. The white color in the USA flag, on the other hand, means the purity and peace. In the armed forces of the United States, at the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out and, at the ceremony of reveille, run aloft as a symbol of our belief in life. Fold 1. The 13 stripes represent the original 13 states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, New York, North Carolina, and Rhode Island. Fold 2. The 50 stars represent our 50 United States of America. Fold 3. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry. Fold 4. These are the times that will try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country, but he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of men and women. Thomas Paine. Fold 5. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Declaration of Independence. Fold 6. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, and promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution of the United States of America. United States Constitution. Fold 7. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peacefully assemble, and to petition the government for redress of grievances. First Amendment. Fold 8. The basis for our political system is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. George Washington. Fold 9. My God, how little do my countrymen know what precious blessings they are in possession of, and in which no other people on earth enjoy. Thomas Jefferson. Fold 10. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Abraham Lincoln. Fold 11. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Emma Lazarus, inscription on the Statue of Liberty. Fold 12. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Fold 13. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Martin Luther King Jr. After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington, and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones, who were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the armed forces of the United States, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today.
I would now like to introduce Gunnery Sergeant Ronald Dano, United States Marine Corps retired. Ronald Dano is a resident engineer of the VA Hospital, Davis Park, Rhode Island. Hello. We've attempted to present a chronological example of a veteran's life, starting as a happy child, playing, friends, with his friends, her friends, to the tragic ending while serving in the armed forces protecting our freedom. We gather on Memorial Day to remember and honor those close to us. We especially honor our brothers in arms who made the ultimate sacrifice. However, I believe it is also fitting that we honor those who came home from these conflicts, back to family, friends, and careers, to put their lives back together and continue to contribute to society in yet another way. You heard the story that Reverend Haskell told this morning about Adam. That's the kind of story that we have from people coming back and giving back to society, dealing with some of the issues that they have, that they experienced and brought back with them. Some of these unsung heroes didn't have much to come back to. They struggle with those memories. Different wars, different experiences, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Persian Gulf, and most recently Afghanistan and Iraq. I think we have representatives from every one of those conflicts here today except for World War I. Each returning veteran faced their own unique challenges and cope with them differently. So right now, at the end of the ceremony, I'd like to honor those fallen heroes with a moment of silence. Thank you. What I'd also like to ask is that you still honor those of us who are here by saying thank you for their service. Thank you. At the end of the ceremony this evening, or this afternoon, we'd like to invite everybody back to the inside the church hall for some refreshments. Right now, I'd like to introduce Melissa for the benediction.
Will you join me in a moment of prayer or meditation or silence, whatever feels most comfortable to you? Precious Redeemer, greater love has no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. Today, as we remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, we thank you for these men and these women who have laid down their lives in loving, selfless sacrifice for us, for our nation, for our freedom, for our families, and for our children. They are an image and a reflection, an extension of your love and grace, your mercy and compassion for all people. Hold our servicemen and women in your loving arms. Cover them with your sheltering grace and presence as they stand in the gap for our protection. May the members of our armed forces be filled with courage to face each day, and may they trust in your mighty power to accomplish each task. We also remember the families of our troops and ask for your unique blessings to fill their homes and your peace and strength to fill their lives. As we remember today, Memorial Day, and our veterans, may the peace of God that passes all understanding bless us now and forever. Amen.
I do want to thank you all for coming today to be part of this gathering. I want to express our appreciation to Bob Markey for putting together this presentation. I sat there with tears running. It was certainly an emotional, stimulating time. And a special thank you to all the active veterans that came out today to be part of this. I'd like to invite you all into the church after for some refreshments and fellowship together. Thank you.
That concludes our ceremony. Thank you for coming.